study around the Tomlins, like, you know,
Mm-hmm.
between having a brew.
Yeah, the power of the brew to rejuvenate. It is the elixir of life, isn't it? So anyway, before I forget, cats with thumbs and jellyfish man. Okay, so that's the weird topic of today. Cats with thumbs and jellyfish man. So I'll just recap so that we can go for where we were. Right, I would say if people have evolved, right, then it stands to reason that we'd have throwbacks along the way. Now, you've heard of people, obviously, I'm not making fun of this, but, you know, people that are born with Down syndrome, that's a chromosomal disadvantage. That's in some way an impairment of the normal sequences, and I think people will agree there. So, if we've got the DNA, so-called, of all these ancestors from, you know, amoebas right up to plants, trees, and animals, how come we don't have anyone being born, you know, like an ape man, or a dog man, or even a jellyfish man? Yeah? And it's like, you know, or even a giraffe man. You know, I suppose.
Jellyfish man.
Jellyfish man. So, you know what I mean? Because for it to be real, then, I mean, don't tell me that there's so much time has passed that DNA is not in us. They're all the time going on about, oh, we're 98% chimpanzee, but also 98% banana. You don't have anyone having a banana man, do you? You know?
Yeah.
I mean, but seriously though, you know, throwbacks to earlier versions. Never seen any of them happen. Never seen a cat have a non-cat or a dog have a non-dog. You know, or like some dinosaur dog. You know, some prehistoric animal from the earlier parts of its history. Because don't forget, that's family, isn't it?
That's all weird.
Family traits.
That's all weird.
Why have we? You know?
It's funny, like some dogs live longer than other dogs. Like
Yeah.
breeds of dogs live longer than other breeds of dogs.
Yeah.
And stuff.
And they say that's because the interbreeding actually
Well, it's weird how they
reduces
how they
their.
can do that, and it changes their appearance quite drastically because, like,
Well, you're
seen
turning dogs into some kind of Mongol dog, aren't you?
I seen a dog that was crossed with another dog.
Mm.
It's weird. I can't get around it.
Yeah, a lot of them short-nosed dogs, you know.
But it was like a spaniel. It was a spaniel.
Yeah.
I mean, it can shows like the body of it,
Mm.
but it had like a almost like a terrier's head
Mm-hmm.
with and it just looked wrong.
But get back to what you said before about, you know, animals breeding and things like that. I mean, what if we're supposed to have been around for billions of years then, or whatever? How come we still got cats and dogs in that current form? How come they've not evolved? You know, and got and you said opposable thumbs. So I said, well, you know, the day that we get cats with opposable thumbs, then we've had it, haven't we?
Yeah, cats with thumbs.
Yeah, cats and dogs and all different animals with thumbs. If all it takes is thumbs, then nothing else needs to change. They just need to get a pair of thumbs, and they've cracked it. It'll be like a planet of the apes and a planet of the dogs and a planet of cats and a planet of every species, you know, including jellyfish man and all the rest. But it's not happened like that, has it?
Well, the thing is though, if it is about opposable thumbs, then what about octopus? You know what I mean? Because they have lots of like dexterity.
I mean, why is it stopped with us? Why, you know, if evolution's going on, then, you know, people are being born every day. You don't see Aquaman, do you? You don't see something that is non-man then.
Man, bear, pig.
Yeah, man, bear, pig, for example. Or bear, man, pig. But yeah, it's just the concept of evolution and that, given enough time. Given enough time what? We've had enough time. Time is going on every day. You'd think that the missing link has got a chance to be born every single day then.
So what do people mean when they say about an evolution of thinking then?
Well, that's that.
Is that a miss? Is that
Well, they're talking about progression of and change over time, gradual change over time, which ideas do that. But the fleshical man having the idea, he's not changed very much. He's not changed very much at all. Everything's pretty much the same as it was. If anything, maybe we're inferior copies, because everything about originals, you know, when you do a photocopy, the original is always the clearest, best. That's the original.
There's no doubt in my mind
Clean.
whatsoever that I am completely not fucking degraded.
Yeah, we're degraded, and pollution has degraded us. We're polluted. We've got polluted food, and polluted thinking. You know, the time we've had since mankind's been, you know, around creating things. Nothing new under the sun. We've just got the internet now. Back in the day, it would have been done with, you know, smoke signals, and then writing, and then photography, and then television. Now it's the internet. And soon it'll be directly beaming the message straight into your mind.
No.
Invasive.
No, just got to the telly off.
Well, in some ways, it's going on now, because the Wi-Fi is beaming stuff into your mind.
Or is it the case that the telly's gone really shit because they want everyone on the internet?
Of course they do, because they can. It's smart TV, really. The computer is disappearing, right? If you go in PC World or any of them bollocks places that, you know, sell old technology and claiming it's new, right? The new technology you get on the internet, innit? And everybody knows that. If you want the latest anything, you pay more for it when it comes out. But the latest is there, and it's hardly ever come into the shops. A lot of computer stores have closed down. A lot of businesses have closed down. The internet has taken over. The plain package business, where there's actually no business premises, it's just warehouses, and everyone orders direct from the warehouse. So the zeitgeist future is kind of coming. It's kind of here.
Isn't that really, really fucking stupid? Because at the end of the day, humanity's just fucking created a supply line. It's created a supply line that they can cut off at any time that they want.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How are you going to get that shit when you haven't got the internet? It's like they've created.
You know, because too few people have shown an interest. If there is an evolution of man going on, it's going on in reverse. A lot of people are de-evolving. They're losing the critical thinking skills that define man from all the other animals. It's our critical thinking that makes us above the animals, not so much opposable thumbs. You know, that's like saying, oh, because you haven't got 4 legs, you can't run as fast as you know, a cheetah.
Well, it's convenient.
Well, we've overcome that with our mind, haven't we?
It's convenient to have an opposable thumb, isn't
It's very convenient. Very convenient.
So maybe we should all amputate our thumbs just to remind ourselves that convenience isn't that important.
Well, you know, that might be a punishment of the future if we don't realise what we've got is more important sometimes than lusting after what you don't yet have. What we already have and the blessings we already have. We don't need a computer sticking in our head to appreciate life more. What we need is a way of thinking that everyone can believe in it because it's true and it genuinely gives us all what we truly desire. And what we truly desire is love. Even if you don't know it, even if it sounds namby-pamby, bullshit, wishy-washy, don't care, right? Because that is, from the moment you're born, you thrive on love.
Love is attention, isn't it?
It is. It's everything that is needed. Yeah? If it's true and genuine. You know, that's my soundbite, because I can't explain the whole world to you. So, you know, love is the law, love is everything. You get that right, all the other answers are easy. But how many people believe in that? Because they've been deceived by the devil. If there's such a thing. The devil that's in man. The 7 deadly sins, the things that make our characters weak and bloated and disgusting. And because people say, oh, don't judge me, you don't have the power to judge. All that it's just a load of nonsense. When you think about it, it's just a load of nonsense. I'm entitled to say what I want, believe what I want to believe. Just as you are, and just as they are. But because they don't like to hear what you believe and how it shows them up, that's their real problem. Which, again, it's this ego thing. Everybody thinks they have to live up to some standard that doesn't really exist. Human beings need to accept what we have, but live more simply in themselves. And by that I mean, if they're living more simple lives, they won't be as wasteful. You know? There's plenty for all. We can all enjoy this life, but not everybody wants the same things at the same time, so it's good if we can share. If we learn to share, we've got a chance that we can continue living on this planet as we are, and maybe even better. But if we don't learn to share, you know, then we've had it. So to use the idea that evolving is going on in terms of ideas and thinking, but not the flesh. Yeah, the flesh is the flesh. It's the same. So that's why we don't have throwbacks, a jellyfish men, a tiger boys, and elephant girls, or any other kind of throwback. Anything that ever goes wrong with our DNA is never a positive thing. It's never a good thing when our DNA so-called evolves or changes in any way. You've never seen anyone born who can fly yet, or who's got some great feature that, I would love to have one of them extra arms or a hole in my head like that. That's like, there's no desirable trait that's ever been witnessed, ever. So therefore, evolution, and that, applying that to physical change is a load of nonsense. We are our ancestors, and our ancestors' DNA, whether they say we came from an amoeba or not, would still be there, and the possibility that you come back as an amoeba then is there. Anyway, cats with opposable thumbs, what do you think about that? Why have we, over billions of years, not had cats also going through their evolution? Why are cats not?
Because they probably would have invented mobile phones before us.
They would have got all the best phone numbers. we would have been killed out because our phone numbers would have been so long, it would have taken a period of decades to actually get in contact with anyone, by which time the cats would have stolen all the milk. It's silly talk, but within the silly talk, there's a very serious point I'm trying to make, which is, evolution is the dumbing down of man, using his ego, using his pride, and also the opposite pride, like you said before about giving to charity, using the opposite of his pride, making him feel like he's been humble, and praiseworthy to be humble. So, in dumbing himself down and being allowed to be dumbed down, playing the role of the dumbed down species, the man who cannot talk, just like in Planet of the Apes, they could have cut a portion of your brain out and it would have had the same effect if you don't speak out. That's what's been going on. And then it's almost as if a spiritual force came into the world and woke everybody up, and you just, that spirit just went out amongst the world and people started waking up. Like the Matrix just failed at that point, and Neo came and freed a whole heap of souls, so to speak. I only ever talk about those things in terms of the myth that they represent. I don't mean we're literally in the Matrix like Neo and all that shit. Some people go too far with it. They don't realise these are just stories, and we tell these stories so that people can get it. The message is more important than the messenger. That's why you don't have to believe Christ existed. You just have to believe in the message.